Do you feel like an observer in your own family, while they see you as different? Does connection with others often seem brief or lacking in depth, making you feel misunderstood? Does your work feel like a cage, while others label you as undisciplined? Do you look upon the world's frantic pace and feel like a visitor from another time? This is not a sign that you are flawed. It is a whisper from a deeper part of your being, an echo from a long and profound journey. The understanding of an ancient consciousness is not a fanciful idea, it is a profound reality for some. It signifies a stream of awareness that has flowed through countless landscapes, gathering a quiet strength and a depth of wisdom that one turn of the river could never provide. This wisdom flows through your stillness, your actions, your very presence. Acknowledge this depth within you. Type this in the comments below to affirm your journey. MYP8ASNCINTNTIUE. One of the first invitations to this awareness is a quiet, persistent sense of being from another era. From your earliest days, you may have felt that your inner rhythm doesn't match the world's drumbeat. You watch the dance of life, not as a stranger, but as someone who remembers a different song. This is not separation. It is perspective. The world, with its rush for the temporary, often feels empty to a consciousness that seeks what is timeless and true. Deep within, you naturally turn inward. You hold life's great questions, not to solve them like puzzles, but to feel their weight and their truth. Surface level explanations feel like stones skipping on a deep lake. They never reach the bottom. You may have always contemplated, what is the purpose of this flow? Or, where does the river meet the sea? These are not questions you have learned from others. They are questions that have traveled with you. Your mind can be a space of profound silence, allowing the wisdom of your heart to be heard. You seek solitude not out of dislike for others, but because in the stillness, you can feel the true current of your own being. A deep sense of empathy is another sign of this journey. You can enter a space and feel the emotional currents in the room without a single word being spoken. This sensitivity can be draining, as you absorb not just what is expressed, but the energy beneath. In discordant environments, you may feel as if the waters of your own being become clouded. It is natural that you may find yourself in a role of a quiet guide, a steady presence to whom others are drawn for counsel, often without knowing why they feel such a deep sense of trust. Spiritually, you may not be drawn to fleeting trends, but to the timeless rivers of wisdom. You may find a deep sense of homecoming in ancient teachings or silent practices. These states of quiet reflection may feel like you are returning to a place you have known for ages. Even without formal guidance, your inner compass consistently points toward truth, a path you discover on your own. Energetically, a consciousness that has traveled far carries a grounding presence. Your stillness is like a great old tree, calm, rooted, and reassuring. People often feel a sense of peace around you, a feeling of being truly seen. This unspoken trust arises because your presence has been weathered and strengthened through many seasons. While a newer stream might rush and splash, seeking to be noticed, a deeper river is content in its own powerful, quiet flow. It has nothing to showcase, knowing that all forms are temporary, while truth, love, and awareness are the very water of existence itself. Interestingly, this journey also means carrying the imprints of past landscapes. These can surface in this life as deep-seated fears, recurring inner visions, or a sadness that has no clear origin. You might feel a resistance to deep water, even if you've always lived on land. You may carry a sense of loss that your current life cannot explain. These are not signs of being broken. They are the soul's geography, inviting a gentle healing that flows across all time. If these words resonate with the silent knowing within you, it is because you are not alone on this path. This feeling of recognition is an invitation to connect with fellow travelers. Consider joining this community on its journey of awareness by subscribing, and perhaps share this perspective with someone you feel might be walking a similar path. The question, how long has my river been flowing, is not a search for a number. It is a deep yearning to understand your place in the great ocean of existence, to embrace your own depth, and to find meaning in your unique currents, eddies, and dreams. While no system can measure the immeasurable, there are profound ways to connect with this ancient truth. The first gateway is to feel the very quality of your own awareness. An ancient consciousness has a certain texture. There's a richness to its emotional flow, a weathered beauty in how it meets both joy and sorrow. If your self-reflection reveals many layers, if your grief feels older than your years, if you move through life with a persistent sense of recognition, this has all happened before. It is a strong indication that your stream has flowed through many ages. There are also energetic signals, which logic cannot grasp, but your awareness can feel. Ancient wisdom speaks of deep imprints carried within the soul, like the currents that shape a riverbed. These patterns influence your inclinations and aversions, as well as your spiritual gravity. A consciousness that has traveled for a long time often exudes a powerful stillness. People may pause in your presence. Strangers might share their stories. Animals feel at ease. Children may look into your eyes as if seeing a familiar, gentle landscape. A powerful clue lies in what you are drawn to without reason. Do you feel a profound connection to a certain period of history, a particular landscape, or an ancient culture, as if a part of you still resides there? Do words or melodies ever come to you that feel ancient yet intimate? These are echoes of the journey, reawakening within you. The more landscapes you've journeyed through, the more echoes you carry. These often surface in moments of stillness, in dreams, or when you are creating from a place beyond the mind. Many paths of wisdom teach that your capacity for inner peace is one of the clearest markers of maturity. A young stream is often restless, driven by impulse and the need for the shore to applaud its movement. It avoids stillness. A deeper river, even amidst a storm, holds a quiet power and a joy that is not dependent on the weather. Your focus naturally shifts from accumulating things to discovering meaning. This change in what you value reveals the great distance your consciousness has already traveled. Unexplained fears can also be echoes from another time. A child might have a deep fear of fire without ever being burned. An adult might feel a terror of confinement, despite never having been trapped. These feelings often have no anchor in this lifetime, because their roots reach into a different soil. A soul that experienced a sudden fall may now fear heights. One that knew conflict may be startled by loud sounds. These are not merely psychological quirks. They are energetic memories the soul has carried across the threshold of a new beginning. The same principle applies to natural abilities that seem to arise from nowhere. A person who never learned an instrument might touch one and play with incredible feeling. A young child might speak with a wisdom far beyond their years. A teenager might create art filled with symbols they have never been taught. These are not random occurrences. They are memories held in the water, skills from a previous turn in the river emerging when the conditions are right. The soul's mastery is never lost. It simply awaits the right season to bloom again. These memories often appear in your dreams. Not the usual fleeting dreams of the mind, but visions that are clear, complete, and filled with potent feeling. You might find yourself in a city you've never visited, but navigate its streets with certainty. You might dream of a different era, feeling the clothes on your skin, speaking a language you do not know, and experiencing emotions that are not your own. These are not just tales spun in the night. They are portals, allowing you to glimpse other shores your soul has known. They often appear when you are ready to embrace or release a piece of that experience. Recurring dynamics in your relationships are another profound reflection of soul memory. Have you ever met someone for the first time and felt an immediate, powerful connection, be it trust, resistance, or even pain? This is the recognition of your souls. Awareness travels in currents, and souls often flow together through many lifetimes, taking on different forms to help each other learn and grow. A companion from one journey may be apparent in this one. A challenger may return as a guide. These meetings are never by chance. The intensity of your connection is the soul remembering what the mind does not. Sometimes, this deep memory surfaces on its own, especially in the young, before the world has taught them to forget. They may speak of other times and places with a clarity that is startling. This is not imagination at play. It is the soul's memory, pure and clear, before the mists of a new life have fully settled. Travel can also be a key that unlocks these hidden chambers. You might step onto foreign soil and be flooded with a sense of homecoming. You may intuitively know your way around, feel the rhythm of the place, and sense the stories held in the land. This powerful feeling is your soul responding to a place it once knew intimately. The architecture, the light, the very air can awaken the deepest layers of recognition within you. The process of remembering is often a whisper, not a shout. It lives in your intuition, in tears that fall for no reason, in fascinations that defy logic, and in a quiet longing for something this world cannot quite provide. These echoes from other journeys do not arrive to confuse you. They arrive to make you whole. They are gentle invitations. As you learn to listen to them, to honor their presence, you begin to remember the vastness of who you truly are. Not just a name, a body, or a story for this lifetime, but an ancient stream of consciousness, ever flowing and ever returning to the ocean. To honor the ancient path you walk, consider this a commitment to your own unfolding. Subscribe to this channel not as a simple click, but as a promise to yourself to continue listening to the deep, quiet wisdom that flows within you.